been an exciting opening night here in college basketball, and now it's made its way west, where number 22 UCLA takes on the Rider Broncs. We're on the campus of UCLA in Westwood for a nightcap here on a new era for UCLA basketball. Not only 6 transfers and a brand new team for Mick Cronin, but also we've seen so many great legends that have been before the Bruins here, from the Pac-8 to the Pac-10 to the Pac-12. But now another shift and a new era that begins tonight as UCLA officially a part of the Big Ten Conference. So welcome you courtside. My name is Trent Rush, joined alongside by former UCLA great Darren Collison, a new member of our Fox family. And boy, looking at this matchup, it's a brand new team for UCLA. Mick Cronin's got a lot of exciting players, but also able to bring back some pretty good returners too.
Yes, I mean, it starts with Dylan Andrews. He's probably their one returner that's going to be important to this team. When you talk about Dylan Andrews, he's as good a guard as anybody you're going to see defensively and offensively. He's a really good two-way player. And then you want to talk about Tyler Billendorf. Very versatile, can score all 3 levels. And I'm looking forward to watching him because as somebody that's coming in as an incoming transfer, you know what I mean? It's a lot of new faces, but he's a guy that's going to fit in really well.
Transfers are the name of the game. It's a story for both programs. And take a look at our starting lineups powered by Ram Trucks. We'll start with the Broncs of Rider out of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Ruben Rodriguez is a returner for them as a bench player, but also Jay Alvarez, a Division II transfer. TJ Weeks is an important player for them, so is Tyreek Ingram. The fans are ready. We're excited for college basketball here on a Monday night, and then you look at Kobe Johnson and also Dylan Andrews, the leading scorer for the Bruins a year ago, is back for Mick Cronin on a team that was under 500. Just the second time in 21 years as a head coach. Mick Cronin's had a team that failed to have a winning record. Well, they had a brand new roster this year, 7 freshmen a season ago, 9 new players, 6 transfers, 3 freshmen now, and the opening tip is going to be won by the Broncs.
Yes, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these incoming transfers fit in really well. And so far, from what I saw from last game, they look really good together.
Rider has a similar story, and I guess that's you see it across college basketball, where you just don't have that many players that stay around anymore. They have 2 key players that are back, a lot of new transfers, a lot of new faces for Rider as well. Underneath in the post, deep in the shot clock, that shot no good. And the rebound's going to go out to UCLA. Right
from the start, you can kind of see UCLA put their defensive imprint on the game already. It just looks so tough for the Rider Broncos to score, but defensively, that's what you're going to get from Mick Cronin's team. They're going to be into your jersey all game long.
Sky Clark up top. Ball being worked around the perimeter as UCLA getting their first offensive possession of the young season. Step back for Andrews. And that's not exactly the shot that Mick Cronin's looking for, though he does like that kind of hustle right there from Kobe Johnson. Speaking of Mick Cronin, in his 6th season now as the head coach of this UCLA program, the fiery coach for the Bruins has done such a good job reloading this roster after a disappointing year a season ago. In many ways, that team able to finish 5th in the Pac-12. Pretty amazing they were able to do that considering their start.
Yeah, you said it right, Trent. I mean, they were able to bounce back, especially after the season that they had last year with some of the incoming transfers that they're bringing in this year. And defensively, you can already see that their imprints on the game already.
Rodriguez, the point guard, looking over the right side for Bayard, and that pass is going to be intercepted. Taken away by Billendorf. Trying to go coast to coast with it, and there's going to be a foul here. That's going to go against Jay Alvarez. Head coach at Rider is Kevin Baggett, 13 years now. He's been the head coach at Rider, 1 conference championship, and twice has been the MAAC Coach of the Year. Big name in the Philadelphia area, played at St. Joe's.
And when you have so many new faces, Trent, it's about establishing yourself individually, offensively. You know, it could be a lot of rust going along, but, you know, when you have new faces, you got to get into the flow of things real quick, and as you can see, Daly doing that right there.
Eric Daly Jr., the sophomore transfer from Oklahoma State, scores the first bucket of the season for UCLA. And how about the Bruins coming out to press? Soft press. And now TJ Weeks will get it across midcourt. Weeks grad transfer, Rhode Island native. His brother's on the team as well, but just got his pocket picked by Kobe Johnson. Up ahead, the lay-in, up and good. Eric Daly Daly Jr. back-to-back buckets.
You're going to see a lot of disrupting on the defensive end, especially in particular with Kobe Johnson going into transition offensively. And right now, they are in your jerseys. They're picking up full. Dylan Andrews is making it hard for their point guard. I'm just glad I'm over here, Trent.
Kobe Johnson, twice the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. Mick Cronin believes he might be one of the best defensive players in America.
I think so is, and as you can see right there,
creating all of that, but how about Eric Daly Jr. taking the lid off early on?
as you see Daly going to his left, but spinning off, using his right shoulder. Then you got Kobe Johnson with the trap with Dylan Andrews. And they're just going to be into your jersey all game long, and it's about creating fast break points off the defense end.
Kobe Johnson just fits Mick Cronin's style so well for what he wants to do. There's Andrews sliding his way to the bucket and lays it in.
Yes, Dylan Andrews is one of my favorite players that I'm going to enjoy watching this year because he can game manage throughout the whole entire game offensively, and he can disrupt you on defense end.
6-0 start for the Bruins. Corner three is missed. Second chance coming up, but it's poked free. Another three ball, this time from the left wing, it's good. TJ Weeks Jr. Top returning scorer from this Rider team a season ago. That's to figure out how to replace Mervyn James as Conference Player of the Year. Meanwhile, a dunk underneath Tyler Bilodeau with the slam.
You know, we talk enough about there's a steal by Scar Clark.
I just took it away. Andrews misses. Clark right back at it. Missed the reverse lane. Kept the line by Johnson.
It just seems like UCLA is just everywhere, offensively and defensively.
Bilodeau, the turnaround, rattles it in.
Yeah, he can do that. He can do that. That's his game right there.
UCLA coming out, firing, taking on their head coach's mantra. Play hard and go to the basket like Bilodeau right here for the flush. Big Ten basketball is powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve. UCLA off and running here in their season opener tonight against Rider 10-3 Bruins, 22nd ranked team in the country, and a reloaded, rebuilt UCLA team. Mick Cronin has done that through the transfer portal. A lot of new faces for UCLA and a lot of big-time names he's added to this team.
That's exactly right. I mean, sometimes when you think of incoming transfers, right, it can be a little bit of a pro-con situation, but right now you can kind of see Sky Clark, Kobe Johnson, Tyler Bilodeau, Eric Daly. These guys are already playing, and they're looking good so far in his first 4 minutes.
All 6 of those guys average double figures in their previous spot. So it just goes to show you the kind of players that are joining this UCLA program. Talking about high talents that may have had starting roles other places, but accepting maybe the role's going to be a little bit different, maybe less playing time, but wanting to be a part of something bigger, and that's what UCLA basketball is about.
And what I love about what Mick Cronin does with his teams is they pick up full with every one of their players, not just their point guards, but their bigs as well. And it speeds the offense up a lot of times, as you can see right there on the turnover by Sky Clark.
Yes, Clark tried to save it, but nearly threw it away again. Goes out of bounds, will stay with Rider.
You know, for Rider, you know, you want to settle down. You know, in an environment like this, you want to settle down. You're on the road. You know you're getting picked up full court. You want to settle down, try to get into your offense. But that's easier said than done.
Sure. Well, and to do so in a historic place like Pauley Pavilion, going up against not just a good UCLA team, a very motivated and driven UCLA team after what happened a season ago. Weeks in the corner. It's Tariq Ingram hustling his way through, hook shot short. And that's going to get thrown out of bounds, so UCLA will take over once again.
Bilodeau right there did a great job of not letting go of that space when Ingram was posting. You know, so many bigs, when they're guarding their big defensively, they let too much space go by, and it gets an easier shot. Right there, Bilodeau is making it harder for him.
Scott Clark, transfer from Louisville. Looks around the perimeter, wide open is Andrews on the left side, but he missed it. Kobe Johnson fighting for the offensive rebound, couldn't get it. Rider can. Here come the Bronx. Up ahead. And that's going to be a foul. Going to the basket. TJ Weeks Jr. will go to the strike.
For Ryder, that's probably a good time to try to get a bucket in transition. When you're playing against so much pressure defensively, you want to try to go down in transition as fast as you can to try to get an easy bucket, and right there they were able to do that.
TJ Weeks Jr., grad transfer, a graduate student rather, who's their top returning scorer, began his career at UMass. He scored over 1,000 points in his career. But the UMass connection is interesting, considering that while his dad played at UMass and was a 1,000-point scorer, believe it or not, one of the assistant coaches for his dad at Massachusetts was Jeff Arnold, who's now on the coaching staff here at Ryder. But TJ Weeks is here along with his brother Tyreek, who comes off the bench.
Yeah, he knows a thing or two about buckets, right? Yeah. Your dad's scoring buckets, you better know about buckets yourself.
That's a hoop family right there. Scott Clark. There's some space underneath for William Kyle. The third couldn't get it to him. Bilodeau up top, no. Tipped around, saved by Alvarez, and now here comes Ryder. Transition three ball. And it's knocked down by TJ Weeks Jr.
He can do that. You know, he can come up and pull up, shoot threes. If you don't know where he's at, you better know where. You better find him quickly.
UCLA continues to push the tempo. Kobe Johnson sliding his way inside, gets the right-handed floater to go.
Such good pace and poise by Kobe Johnson, but already you can see Sky Clark and Dylan Andrews. When you have two really good ball handlers, it makes it easier for the offense to score. Right here, you know, Ryder's trying to push the ball as much as they can, and TJ just pulls up. That's a shot. He can do that all day. If you don't know where that kid's at, you better find him.
TJ Weeks Jr., all 7 Bronc points so far as Dylan Andrews goes to the bench. You can see Sebastian Mack for the first time. But when you have a star that you want to lean on, TJ Weeks Jr. not feeling the pressure of the big moment, being on the road, heavy underdog, being on a storied program like UCLA, the reverse lane is good. Tariq Ingram.
That's a good move, up and under by the big fella. Went to his left shoulder the first 2 times, and then he decided to go up and under using the rim. Real good move.
We've seen a lot of teams already in college basketball today that are powers get some scares. UCLA trying to avoid that. Texas A&M, 13th ranked team in the country, they got beat earlier.
UCLA is loaded with a lot of ball handlers and scorers, in particular Sebastian Mack, who did a nice job coming off the bench last year and sometimes starting, scoring for UCLA. He's coming off the bench this year, and he can get buckets too.
Last foul was on Ife West Ingram. Bilodeau on the inbound. Missed everything. Second chance coming, trying to get it back to him. Tipped around, that's going to get taken away. TJ Weeks Jr. all over the place.
When you talk about UCLA, you talk about Kobe Johnson, Dylan Andrews, Sky Clark. These are guards that you're going to be seeing for a very, very long time throughout the season, making a good impact. And I already talked about Sebastian Mack, but one of the guys that you're going to notice about Trent is Trent Perry, a freshman, that's going to be doing really good things for UCLA in years to come.
McDonald's All-American, one of the few freshmen that you see that have a chance to make a real impact here at big-time college basketball. Really nifty move right there. Sky Clark did everything but finish the bucket, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Man, whoo! Man, look at the loaded guard tandem that you're going to have to face all year long. I mean, one of these guards brings something different to the table. Sky Clark, we talked about Dylan Andrews, out a little bit more of a playmaker. Kobe Johnson with his defense. But all these guards are going to have an opportunity to do really good things for UCLA, and I'm excited to watch them because of the things that they bring to the table.
You got a playmaker like Clark, who just picked up his second personal. Johnson, the defender. Dominic Harris, really good outside shooter, third best three-point shooter in the country a year ago. Ingram. For West Ingram. Now it's Weeks, the hot hand. Pass is knocked away. Fighting for it, though, and still going is Bilodeau, and that's a 50-50 ball UCLA got. They didn't get a whole lot of those a year ago. Now here's Kobe Johnson all the way to the bucket. Count it for Kobe.
Absolutely. Another deflection steal leading to an easy buckets on the offensive end. Right here, Kobe showing nice poise, patience, guards at home, you get into that paint, you want to be very, very patient, and you get buckets like this all day long, as much patience as you can bring to the table.
It's going to be the second personal on Ife West Ingram. Now that's going to send Kobe Johnson to the line. Try and convert a three-point play. You don't see a whole lot of players that transfer across town. It was at USC a year ago. And now at UCLA, and Kobe Johnson really does fit the Mick Cronin style so well. Has taken on a leadership role, though. Mick has talked about trying to get him a little bit more vocal with these guys.
Well, transfer from USC, I don't think you can get away with that. But, you know, Kobe is a Bruin Nation family now, so he is open with open arms. And, you know, how could you not like the kid? The kid plays hard on both ends of the floor. One thing about Kobe Johnson that impresses you, as right there, as you see Andre Young score, but the thing about Kobe Johnson is not just so much his defense, but offensively he can score the bucket, score a basket too as well for Bruins, and I think a lot of Bruin fans are going to be excited watching him this year.
Absolutely. Swing pass over the right side, Daly Jr. knocks down the three.
Daly can do that. You know, for him it's about shot selections and taking great shots. And so far, you've seen him get to the cup a couple times, and right there, he got a cross-court pass by Kobe Johnson, is able to knock down the three.
33% three-point shooter a year ago for the Cowboys, and now an offensive foul on the illegal screen. All starts with this pass from Kobe
Johnson, that weak side pass, a lot of guards don't see that, but Eric Daly is open on the weak side, and a lot of times guards don't necessarily see that, but right there, Daly was able to get an open three on the weak side.
8 minutes in, UCLA by 7. Dylan Andrews to Daly. Daly off to a hot start and gets the lay-in to drop.
Yes, yes, yes. Already you can see Daly put his imprint offensively on the game, but more in particular, Dylan Andrews coming off the pick and roll, being patient, looking at the weak side as the defense gets sucked in, and Eric Daly was a culprit of that on the offensive end on the weak side.
Daly 9 points already. He's made every shot, and then a swat. Adai Mora going way up, 7-3, the Spaniard with the rejection here.
Right here, Dylan Andrews hits him on the weak side. Daly, I can shoot, I can drive, I can do whatever you want me to do. And when I put pressure, my big man's helping me out. Get it out, big fella, get it out.
1 remaining here in the first half. UCLA taking on Rider. Let's get to know Rider University. The Bronx had a Lawrenceville New School for a long time. Got to go back to the Civil War era. 1865 last in the NCAA tournament in 1994. And if they're last in the NCAA tournament in 1994, and if they're going to have a chance to come back in this game, TJ Weeks has to be the guy to keep this going.
That's exactly right, Trent. I mean, you look at TJ Weeks. If you don't know where he's at, and you don't find him, he's letting it go. He's shooting it really well from the three. Obviously, you can see right here in transition that's his game in his pull-up. So you got to close that airspace to make him put it on the floor. But so far, so good for TJ Weeks. He's having a good start right now.
Had the first 7 points for Rider and got the Bronx offense going. Got to keep them in this game. You know, another thing about Rider, some of their notable alumni. Jason Thompson, who was actually on the staff as a volunteer the last couple of years, played for a long time in the NBA. Also, Digger Phelps, which I recognize as a name you don't want to say too often here at Pauley Pavilion.
Yeah, Jason Thompson just texted me. That's why Thompson just texted me right now. And he said, take it easy on my Rider boys. So that's why I started laughing. So, Jason, I know you're listening. I got you, but it's not in my control.
Well, Jason has done a lot for that program.
Absolutely.
Donated $1 million. They have a practice facility for him.
Yep.
Really involved with Rider basketball, and that's cool to see.
Yes, yes.
Ingram, short corner, no. A mid-range pull-up rather, and now here comes a reset for Rider, who does get the offensive rebound. Back to Ingram, trying to get around Mora. Got a swat right before the break. 8 to shoot. Young, extra pass in the corner, good look at a 3, and it's good.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was great defense. He was able to get the shot clock under 5. They hit a tough shot. I mean, that's all you can do is just tip your hat off to them. But really good defense by UCLA.
That 3 by Jay Alvarez stops an 8-2 run. Mora underneath missed everything. 2-possession game. Watching another 3, trying to make it 1, but it rattles in and out.
Riders coming here with some confidence. Yeah, they're coming here to play.
Back into the corner. UCLA answers Sebastian Mack.
For me, it was the patience and poise that Dylan Andrews got into the paint. He was able to suck the defense in when he got into the paint, look to weak side. Really good pass by Dylan.
Mack, a starter a year ago for UCLA, fighting for minutes now. But you look at Ryder, I know they missed on that last possession, but you almost wonder the way this game started, UCLA in control as Mack launches another 3. This one missed. But at the same time, maybe feeling like they got a little bit of confidence, but tough to do when this happens.
Yeah, right here, Ryder's being patient. You know, got the 5 seconds. It was good 3 by Alvarez, but right here, Dylan Andrews able to get into the play, pick and roll, jump on 2 feet, pass it to Mack for an easy 3. You can get that all day long. If you guards you watching at home, you get into the paint and you take your time, you can get those passes all day long.
Quick inbound, Kobe Johnson left alone, knocks down the triple.
Oh man, I think it's going to be very exciting to watch Kobe Johnson play, man. It's not just his defense, but offensively, he's showing you a little bit things too, Trent.
Yeah, that's what I want to get your thoughts on too, because Kobe Johnson known for the defense, but he's going to have to be able to score it for this UCLA team as well.
Exactly, and they're going to have to score as a committee. You know what I mean? If they score as a committee, I think they'll be fine.
Bilodeau makes the extra pass to Mack, back to Johnson, another. No, wide left. Andre Young trying to push the tempo. Nearly taken away by Bilodeau, who poked it free again. Byard, now it's down low underneath to McCabe.
And when you're playing against pressure like the way UCLA's pressuring you, it speeds you up offensively. And right now you can see Ryder kind of sped up a little bit. They just got to get settled down, but if you're being sped up as an offensive player, that's all you can ask as a defensive team, and that's what Mick wants.
Young gets his own rebound on the miss, and then Jay Alvarez able to lay it in. Back to a 10-point game. Andrews, the pull-up jumper, silky.
He can do that. He's one of those players that can score all 3 levels, and what I mean by that is he can get to the layup, he can score in the mid-range, and he can score the 3 ball from behind the arc actually really well. So Dylan is going to be very intriguing to this season this year, as he was last season, as you see right there with the deflection and trying to dive for the ball.
And you know Mick Cronin likes the defensive effort right there.
Gotta love it.
So UCLA basketball is about. And the team had so much grit a year ago. Andrew's a part of that, but for a guy that was playing well over 30 minutes a game last season, now trying to do the same thing but on a winning team, and that's going to be a tough adjustment.
Well, he's the leader now, right? And he has to be the leader of this team. Last year he had a great season. I think his last 6 games of last year he averaged over 21 points. So this year they're looking for him to do a little bit more, especially leading the guys when you have so many incoming transfers.
Daly with the swat, and now we see freshman Trent Perry, number 1 over on the right side of your screen, who has the ball right now, the freshman McDonald's All-American. Bilodeau is going to launch up top. No. Perry, offensive rebound, gets hit going back, and he's going to get some free throws when we come back. Trent Perry going to be shooting a couple from the stripe. UCLA up a dozen, 28-16, 7:39 to go in the first.
Kobe's got great leadership capabilities and qualities because he plays so hard. And he does all the things that coaches ask. He listens. He's the best defensive player in the conference. And I can say that easily the best defensive player probably in the country this year.
And you can understand why Mick Cronin has that kind of praise. 2-time Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, UCLA up a dozen here in the first half, and we're already seeing it from Kobe Johnson at all levels.
I mean, I'm already impressed with Kobe Johnson. I mean, it's just his ability to use his hands defensively. He's active defensively, and right now he's showing a little bit more offensively than not just his defensive game. Right there, you can see him being patient with the floater. And right here, being poised, patient with the right-handed layup. But Kobe Johnson is excellent from both ends of the floor, not just his defensive game, but his offensive game, and he's being a two-way player right now from the start of this game.
You see the 8 points he's already put up, and have been an efficient 8 points as well. Kobe Johnson, I mean, he led USC in steals, but he was also second in rebounds and assists a season ago.
Well, he was a two-time all-defensive Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, right?
That's right.
Or all-defense. I mean, that's very hard to just do one, but twice? I mean, come on. I mean, that just means a concerted effort every year on the defensive end, and you need guys like that to win ball games, to win the big games, because offensively, you need guys like that to stop their best offensive player, and Kobe's willing to do that every night.
Here's Trent Perry, who was initially committed to go to USC, but when Andy Enfield left, in came an opportunity for him to change schools, and he did. Goes to UCLA instead. Gets the free throw, his first point of his collegiate career.
Yeah, talking to assistant coach Brandon Taylor, he said Trent Perry has already been one of their hardest working players as a freshman, and when you have that nod early on, that's a good start to have that reputation as a freshman. And I think, like I said, for years to come, Bruin Nation is going to be very happy with Trent Perry, what they get out of him.
Top 5 point guard in his recruiting class. You just don't see the same kind of value put on freshman phenoms like maybe years past, maybe with the exception of a couple. It's all about the transfers now, but Perry, an exciting freshman for sure. 10 to shoot. That's Daly. Why not? Made everything else, but missed that one, but gets a second chance.
Yeah, that seems to be like where his area is. Like, he likes to score in the mid-post. But that possession before, if you're Bilodeau, you got to shoot that three on top of the key. He didn't get a shot as Mac is driving to the basket to his right. Right there, that's your shot right there, Bilodeau.
Bilodeau open for 3, but he missed it.
That's good. He can shoot that. That's a shot that you want him to shoot. What you call him is a stretch 4, stretch 5, where you have a big that can shoot behind the arc. If he knocks that shot down, that's going to make it tough for defense to stop Bruins every single time they come down offensively.
Bilodeau, 14 points a game for Oregon State last season. Ife West Ingram. Handoff to Weeks with the first 7 points for Ryder. Just got a shot block, second block of the game for Adai Mora. Now here's Matt. He's trying to spin his way towards the bucket. Mora underneath, gets the slam.
Good pass. Excellent pass. Good patience by Sebastian Mack. I mean, can't say enough about him, Dylan, and Kobe being patient in the paint to find Mara with that pass. I mean, excellent basketball right there. 3 on the other side is good. A response in a big way for TJ Weeks Jr. Hey, somebody came to play, right? He's showing all signs of confidence. He knows this is a big game for him. A lot of times when you're playing against big-time programs, you know, these are the moments that you want to play, right? If you're weak, these are the games that you live up for. This is what you work hard in the offseason. That's Trent Perry shoots 3 right there.
Yeah, stepped into a left it well short. Yeah, 5th-year senior. How many more chances is he going to get to go play in a big-time atmosphere like this? Make the most of it. Reverse lay-in. No good by Aladine Pataya. How about this dish?
Right here, but it starts with Matt. You know what I mean? Real patient. He knows where he sees his big fella. Big fella. Real easy scoop. Did he jump on that there?
He threw 3 defenders. Yeah, Mars, 7'3", dealt with a foot injury most of the offseason. You know, it's kind of funny. Nick Cronin said strength and conditioning coach Dave Andrews, who he brought in. And Nick knew Dave Andrews back in the early days at Cincinnati, and he's been coaching with a lot of football teams. Well, he goes, hey, Adai Mora, you might think your parents are the most important people in your life. No, Dave Andrews is the most important person in your life, and he's gotten a lot stronger, and he's going to be a better basketball player for it.
Absolutely. Bulk up to like 28 pounds.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what you need, and especially at this level, is you want to beef up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not just about your height, but you want to be physical with all these bigs that you're going to play against in the future.
Aladine Batayev going to get hit with a foul there. We have the Giants in the game here. How about the call here?
Some block right there by big fella. A little bit of a contact.
Yeah. That's how Max will go to the line.
I always love when guards like to get into the body as they're going in for a layup. You know, you just don't want to just go straight to the basket. These bigs, they know you're going for an easy layup, but if you go into the body of a shot blocker, they're going to either call two things. It's going to be a foul or it's going to be a layup. And right there, Sebastian Mack did a great job of going into the body.
Able to get both free throws as well, the Chicago native. UCLA 13-point lead, less than 5 minutes to go here in the first. Back out in that full court press, everybody picking up full court.
Yes, and right now you can really see the defense intensity not drop off. Usually defense intensity picking up full court kind of drops off throughout the game, but it's still been the same since the start of the game.
Bataya travel. The other thing about the defense too, unlike last year at UCLA, there's so much more depth. You got to play hard at all times. Coach Carter can just take you out, change everything.
Yes, and that's the valueness of depth, right? When you have guys like Sky Clark, Dylan, Sebastian Mack, Trent Perry, you know what I mean, guys that are rotational players for this ball club, you're going to have a lot of energy coming into the games, and there's no reason for you not to have energy.
That was Tyreek Weeks who got that last rebound after the Mack miss. Andre Young. The left elbow, no. Strong rebound there by Mora.
Mora already using his size already. You know, you see the couple block shots he had early on, but for him to just be into the paint, be a presence as he is right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like it.
Mora with the contact is going to get some free throws. You can tell the time he has put in the gym this offseason, he looks a lot stronger.
Absolutely. You know, we see what Zach Edey did at Purdue, right, with his size and how much that's value in today's game at the college level. He can do the same thing, right? You know what I mean? With his size, you have to game plan for that. As soon as the guard gets into the paint, they can either throw it up to the rim, be patient, or give it to him. All you got to do is just go right there to the basket. But he's already making an imprint right now offensively as he is right now in the game.
Bataya goes to the bench after just picking up his second personal, the 7'2" junior from Casablanca, Morocco. Started his career at Florida State. Mora gets the first free throw. Second one missed. No time came off the clock on that foul. Kobe Johnson hanging on the inbound.
And what I love right now by UCLA's guards is that you see they're making a concerted effort to look for him too, right? They're bigs. You know, a lot of times when guards go into the paint, they're looking for their own buckets and to score themselves, but you know, a couple times they look for, you know, Bilodeau right there, and they look for Mara. It's nice to see guards look out for their big man every once in a while.
That foul on Johnson is first. Fourth against the Bruins. Defensive pressure, a sellout leaves Littleton open, but he missed. And a foul on the rebound. UCLA join a 14-point lead right now here on a beautiful night in Los Angeles, closing out our evening of college basketball on opening night on Fox College Hoops. The tradition of UCLA basketball, so rich, 11 national championships. You look at what they mean to the Big Ten, take that whole conference, they have 12. UCLA certainly going to make a big impact. My name is Trent Rush, joined alongside by Darren Collison. And Darren, 3 Final Fours, you are a huge part of the legacy of UCLA basketball. What's it mean to you to see UCLA now in the Big Ten?
Just a small part, just a small part. No, Trent, I mean, look, when you put on a UCLA jersey, it means so much to you as a player because you think about the players that played before you, right? For me, it was Tyus Edwards. But these guys, you know, you're talking about Zach LaVine, Drew Holiday, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, so many great, outstanding players that did well, not just here, but in the NBA as well. And they set a precedent. So when you play for UCLA, these are the people the players that you're representing, and it's such a great feeling when you put that jersey on.
And you can't help but feel the presence of John Wooden everywhere here. He's got a statue outside here at Pauley Pavilion. The Reiner team actually earlier today went to go take a look at it and see some of the historical parts of what UCLA basketball is and has meant the game for a long time, and that didn't hit any rim. That's a shot clock violation. Bruins getting it back.
Right there, defensively again. This is exactly how Mick wants to play defensively. He wants to pick up full court. He wants that shot clock under 5 every single possession, and he's speeding the offense up. This is exactly what he wants, and Ryder's falling right into that.
Build it up. 20 to shoot. He will right here. Left shy.
And as the season progressed, Bilodeau would get more and more comfortable with that shot, from the mid-post area. That's a good shot for him, and I think he's going to knock it down.
Inside of 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Mack trying to make Week's life miserable. Deflected the pass.
So many players think that it's easy to play defense. No, defense is effort. It takes a lot of work to play defense, and right there, Mack is not letting the ball get an easy post pass into the paint. He's using his hands. He's creating deflection. He's making it hard on the offensive end, and it's not just going to be easy for the Ryder for all 3 getting him on. Another kick right there.
Set himself right there was Wes Ingram. By the way, coming up at halftime, lot to get to on a crazy day in the Big East on opening night. Meanwhile, this Ryder offense, which started 4 of 8, they're 3 for 15 since. They've only scored 6 points the last 8 minutes.
Well, even on the inbound, they're making it tough on them defensively. As you can see, Dylan Andrews right there in his jersey right there. But you got the weak side help by Kobe Johnson right there. We talked enough about him.
Johnson trying to go back out to Andrews, but it got taken away. Wait, Kobe Johnson looked like an edge rusher with a free lane at quarterback. Weeks launching. No. Ingram knocked it away. Daly already has 9 points. Team high finds Bilodeau for 2.
That Bruin fans, you're going to love watching him play. Get used to that all game long. He can shoot the 3 too. But that little mid-range shot, that's his game too. But I just love the patient and poise that UCLA's playing. They're not just jacking up any shot. They're taking their time and getting some good shot selections.
Bilodeau 6 points and 24 in the opener. Or their exhibition game, rather, against Cal State LA, playing their season opener tonight. Not trying to play some tough defense, does just that. Offensive rebound, second chance coming up for Ryder. Can't get the shot off in time as we're seeing Bilodeau both ends of the floor, especially getting it done on offense.
Bilodeau, his patience is what's creating this shot right here. He's not going around. He's watching the defense to see what type of shot the defense is giving him. And that shot right there is going to be open all day long. And that's a good shot by Bilodeau.
16-point lead for UCLA. About 90 seconds left here in this first half. Corner 3 is good. Dylan Andrews stroking it. Bruins' biggest lead of the night. They're up 19 points and an 8-0 run.
Right here, Kobe Johnson waiting for my guy right there. Yep. Dylan Andrews knock it down for the corner 3. Let's go.
Feeling good in Westwood these days, especially with this UCLA football team. They're playing a whole lot better. And Friday night on Fox, the nation gets to see Iowa running back Caleb Johnson, one of college football's breakout stars, lead the Hawkeyes into Pasadena for a Big Ten matchup against UCLA. It kicks off Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox. Sean Foster does have this UCLA football program playing a lot better. Big win over Nebraska this past weekend. And when you look at this basketball program right now, they're sharing the rock.
12 assists on 15 field goals is extremely good. Not good, extremely good. And if you can share the ball like that all game long, what it does for your offense is it creates easier shots. Easier shots creates confidence for guys throughout the whole entire game where they're not always going against bad shot selections, easier shots. The game flows real easy, and that's what's happening. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's getting the load of the game right now, and right now, you got to give credit to the guards because they're the ones that's moving the ball the way they're moving it.
Nick Cronin has to be pleased with the way his team has played both ends. Taking on a Rider team. UCLA is supposed to beat Rider, but you still have to play well, and they are doing that here in this first half. Double team comes, but a late whistle. Ingram got hit.
But that last play right there, and we've seen it from Kobe, the previous play where he got the steal. When they give the ball into the post, it's not just an easy post play and let the posters play one-on-one. They're coming down, as Dylan Andrew came down there to double team. They're trying to get any type of steal, but they're not making it easy for the other team's big. They're using it as a collective effort as a team defensively, and right there, Dylan Andrew almost had the steal.
17 foul against UCLA puts Rider in the bonus for a 1-and-1. Ingram, 72% foul shooter a season ago, missed the first. So the front end is no good, and now here comes UCLA. Mack over the top. Now going down low, back to Bilodeau, count it!
Good high-low play by Daly to Bilodeau. They're playing so well offensively. Right here by the drive from Mack, just being patient as he finds Daly, but you see how he has his high hands up? As a big, you got your high hands up. The guards have no choice but to pass to you. And Bilodeau with that easy touch, he has such good feel for the game. You know, you talk about his mom played in the WNBA for 10-plus seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, where else do you think he's going to get the feel from, right?
Well, he's got that, but he also has dad who was a pro hockey player as
Absolutely.
well. So athletic family for sure. Meanwhile, UCLA on a 10-0 run over the last 4 minutes and change. Free throw was missed, but goes the basket anyway, and can't get it after Daly tried to get it to him. Inside of a minute. West Ingram, 13 to shoot. Hands it off to Young. Bataya, now goes back out. Burton, 6 seconds. Bilodeau, the deflection. Up and under. No, the tip ends the run, but a whistle before the shot. And they're called a foul on the ground. Tough break for Rider. They haven't scored in 5 minutes.
It's the defensive pressure that UCLA has been putting on throughout the first half, and it looks tremendous. I mean, Daly's versatility has really impressed me too, because if you see on that last possession, when you're a big and you're able to guard a guard,
yeah,
you know, from his size. I mean, he's not your traditional big. He can guard guards. It does wonders for your defense, right? You're able to switch on the guards, and now right there going against the shot clock against Rider, it just makes it tough for them to score. But defensively, they look so good. Yeah, if you're Mick Cronin, you have to be impressed with what you're seeing right now.
Aladine Batayeb was at Arkansas State 2 years ago, where he was 4 of 9 from the stripe. Spent last year in junior college, averaged 11 and 7 after starting his career at Florida State. Able to convert, so they do give him the bucket and the and one. Now the shot clock is off for the final 15 seconds of this first half. Snapping that 10-0 run. Andrews trying to end the first with an exclamation. Can't knock it down, but still UCLA will take an 18-point lead in the half. It's not going to count. UCLA outscoring Rider 15-7 the last 8.5 minutes of the first half as the Bruins are putting on a clinic. But you see this clearly was after the horn, so good look, but not going to count. They are going to take another look at this as the officials going back to the monitor here to make sure of it. Andre Young still taking a dribble. Yeah, that was triple zeros all the way. Sure, that's what the officials will confirm, and they got that right. So UCLA again with an 18-point lead here at the break. UCLA strong so far as that takes us into halftime. At the break, we'll be right back here with Paul. All Bruins on opening night in Westwood. The Wizard of Westwood John Wooden's legacy, always remembered here at Pauley Pavilion, even on opening night, maybe especially on opening night. My name is Trent Rush, joined alongside by Darren Collison. And boy, the defense UCLA played in that first half. Darren, Mick Cronin's got to be thrilled.
I thought you could only play with 5 players. Why do I always see 10 players out there? I mean, look, defensively, they are everywhere. Using their hands in the gaps, deflections. As you see Kobe Johnson again there, give me that right there. I mean, these guys are doing a tremendous job defensively as they're creating defensive turnovers on the offensive end, contested shots. I mean, Mick Cronin is smiling from ear to ear because defensively, they are literally everywhere. And what I love about their defense is they're helping each other out. Right there, you can see Kobe Johnson. Yeah, you're posting up my big fella. Nuh-uh, I'm going to be right there to help you out too as well.
Let's take a look at our first half stats comparison, powered by Ram trucks built to serve. And you were just alluding to this, the points off of turnovers, not just the defense. The Bruins did a great job being able to convert it into offense. 18-point game, 16-0 points off turnovers.
Points off turnovers are so key in today's game. If you can get a lot of points off turnovers, 16 points is a lot, especially coming into the second half. It just makes your offense a lot easier, you know what I mean, when you can get out to the break transition-wise, offensively get a lot of easy buckets. But that's what happens when you create a lot of havoc defensively. When you're using your hands and you're using a lot of deflection and getting easy steals, you're going to get easy layups, and that's what they're doing.
So UCLA will get the ball to start the second half, up 18. It's Clark over to Kobe Johnson, who featured quite a bit tonight, and maybe rightfully so. Trying to make the tough pass through to Bilodeau. Gets it through. Now Bilodeau working in the post, gets the right hand to drop.
Man, Bilodeau's patience down there is just being a gem. I mean, you know, you talk about Jaime Jaquez and how valuable he was down there and how easy for him to score. I mean, Bilodeau can give you the same type of offensive presence, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's going to be that type of player right now, but he gives you some of that same vibe where he's patient in there, has a little mid-range jump shot, can stretch you out a little bit. I mean, he's showing really, really good basketball from an offensive standpoint, versatility-wise.
These UCLA transfers already making a huge impact. There's transfer to transfer right there.
Yes, I mean, Kobe Johnson being patient, giving it to Bilodeau, being patient, and just shooting over that left shoulder. I mean, bigs at home, it's about being patient. If you rush a shot, it's going to be very hard to be efficient in the paint. And right there, Bilodeau is being very patient, and he's creating the shot that he wants to create and not letting the defense speed him up.
Ball gets underneath to Ingram. Back out. Weeks going to launch. Left it short. Weeks has really been the catalyst for the Riders' offense. Kobe had it knocked out of his hands, and it's picked up and thrown down by Tyler Bilodeau.
Another points off of turnovers right there. Creating havoc with your defense, getting the steal, and getting out to the easy breaking, making it easy on yourself offensively.
Bruins still swarming. Weeks has a look at a three and answers with a triple.
Very good shot by Weeks, but because UCLA is pressuring like that, they're going to give up some threes every now and then because of the defensive intensity that they're playing with. And every now and then, it's okay. You know what I mean? You're going to give up some wide open threes, but for the most part, you know, they're doing what they want to do, and that's speeding up the offense.
TJ Weeks now 4 of 4 from behind the arc. Back to Bilodeau. He's got a dozen and gets 2 more right there. A hard finish.
Daly and Bilodeau seem like they have a great connection with each other. You know, right there, Daly was able to hit him in a post interior pass, and Bilodeau using a good right-handed layup.
Ingram's going to launch up top, rattles out. Ball still free. Going to lead to another chance for the Bronx. Weeks again from distance. His first miss from there tonight. Johnson in transition to the bucket.
Man, we are going to have some fun watching some Kobe Johnson. It's not just his defense, ladies and gentlemen. It's his offense. For him to put on the floor like that was very, very impressive. Going to his right hand. And just his patience that he's bringing is what I'm really impressed about. I mean, this kid is unbelievable, and he's having an unbelievable start to the game.
Baseline jumper. Ife West Ingram there to answer. But looking at UCLA, UCLA is supposed to play well against Rider, a mid-major team that generally is in the top half of their conference. The question is, how does this translate to the Big Ten? And Johnson is showing some traits that, as he turns it over right there, but looking like that's the kind of stuff that's going to translate.
Well, you want to establish your foundation. And what is your foundation? As Alvarez shoots the three, but and Weeks puts it up on a nice putback. But what is your foundation? Mick Cronin has always had great defensive teams, and right now they're showing that with so many points off of turnovers. And coming into a Big Ten conference, nothing's going to change. They're going to go in there defensively and doing the same thing in the conference.
Face-up swing pass, Daly right side, no. Four minutes into this second half, UCLA is a 19-point lead. Weeks launching again, another miss, and that's going to be a rebound out to UCLA.
Bilodeau right there, good pass.
Bilodeau all the way to the lane.
Good pass. Good find by Dylan. Even better run out by Bilodeau. I mean, your big is, if he's the first one down there, it's going to make it real easy for you to score.
Bilodeau with 8 of the Bruins' 16 in the second half. We're unable to answer.
Ingram showing a nice little touchdown there for a big fella.
Sure.
Playing really well.
6'9", 245. Muscling his way through. Here's Bilodeau. Boy, he's been a hot hand in the second half, and now he's got 10 in the last 5 minutes.
Man, I get the feeling he's going to be one of their go-to guys the way he continues to play, because he can do so much offensively, you know, whether it's from the perimeter or scoring inside the post. They can give it to him like that, and he's scoring. Good signs to come from UCLA.
Kobe Johnson going to be called for a foul there, but it's become the Tyler Bilodeau show here in the second half.
Bilodeau, I'm running. See me, big guard. See me, Kobe. Yeah, with a nice dunk. Sees me in the interior pass. Bilodeau puts it back up. Nice and he got the touch, left shoulder. I got that too. What can I do, coach? Give me the ball.
Big Ten basketball is powered by Ram trucks built to serve. Speaking of serving, I know where I'm going tonight after the game. Get some cookies, a little ice cream.
I wasn't trying to tell nobody, but I'm probably going to be there too. You will catch me there, for sure. Officially
exposed here. Why not? Derek Collison, UCLA's favorite son. It's been fun seeing you here tonight and getting a chance to see this UCLA team on opening night in college basketball.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know what I mean? So many new faces. I think some of these incoming transfers coming in is going to do wonders for Mick Cronin.
You got fans all over the place.
Oh my gosh. They still had that around?
They still have a Derek Collison jersey. May have been 15
Where
years.
did they find that? I don't know where they found that at. They found it somewhere stashed up somewhere.
Ben Howland's got a closet that nobody gets to touch it, but it's in there. Good stuff. Man. It's been cool seeing you back here on campus at UCLA, and well, this UCLA team is certainly playing at a high level right now here in the first game of the season. Uncharted territory. Going to the Big Ten this year as Weeks misses the first free throw.
And you said it right. I mean, knowing that you're going into the Big Ten Conference, it's what kind of message do you want to, send? And right now, they're sending that message. They're going to be a defensive team that's going to be in your jersey all game long, pick up full court, and just create havoc. And right now, they're sending a great message for future games to come on.
That's a star player for Rider that just missed 2 free throws. So the fans' enjoyment here. Now a corner 3. And a triple by Lazar Stefanovic. His first look of the night, he knocks it down.
Stefanovic, very good shooter, but even selfless teammate. He had a lot to do with Kobe Johnson coming over here to UCLA. He told Mick, he said, hey, why don't we just have Kobe Johnson come over here? Mick gave him a shot, and now he's on the team, and you can't ask better to be a selfless teammate when you do stuff like that, right?
Sure, he was all excited about the addition of Kobe Johnson, and what it really meant was fewer minutes for Stefanovic. And he comes in and embracing his role, all about the team, and Mick Cronin's had some remarkable praise for Stefanovic, just a guy that does everything. Left wing try, Sebastian Mack gets into the mix as well.
You talk about the assists leading to field goals right there. You can see the ball movement from side to side, and it was able to get an easy three for Sebastian Mack.
Andre Young. Out to Bataya, but goes over to Alvarez on the right side, guarded by Sky Clark. Slotted away. That was William Kyle the third, but it stays with Ryder.
Give me that. No, it's my rebound.
Couple of newcomers fighting for the ball.
In that situation, you just gotta let the big have it. You know, you don't want to fight with them. Just let the big have their rebound. You work hard, big fella. You have it.
It's a freshman lesson for the point guard. Clark gonna pull up. No good. Here's Young on the other side for Ryder. Bronx. Cranberry attacking. Young throws it away. Went up in the air to pass. Mistake you don't want to make. But how about all the transfers at UCLA? It's a whole new look for this Bruin program.
Yeah, the transfers have so much experience coming to this team, right? They're not just transfers, it's their first time playing. A lot of these transfers have been intriguing parts on their team last season. So when you come to Mick Cronin's team, they know what to expect as you see the turnover right there, but they kind of know what to expect when you see the style of play from the collegiate level.
Turnover leads to a bucket. Andre Young, that's the first points off a turnover for Ryder here in this game. And it comes deep in the second half. Stefanovic hit a three a moment ago. A starter last season. Taking on a new role on the bench for the Bruins now. Mack keeps it himself. Teardrop moment.
Man, is he playing some ball right now. I mean, Sebastian, he's getting into the paint, and he's not getting sped up. As you see Clark picking up full court right there. But great move going to his right for a good floater.
Mack now in double figures with 10. Clark Johnson's got 10. Bilodeau 18. All Bruins tonight here in Westwood. Get in the Big Ten, what that's going to look like. They're dominating here on opening night, 61-36, with picked to finish third in the preseason poll. And Darren, you look at the teams they're going to play, they're going to go fighting come conference time. How do you see UCLA fitting in?
You know what? I think they'll be fine. You know, you think about that style of play and how I think they'll be fine. You know, you think about that style of play and how it's physical. It's tough. Well, that's everything that Mick Cronin brings to his defensive ball clubs, right? You talk about physicality that he brings defensively. It falls right in line. So I think they don't have no drop-off when they go to the conference, and I think they're sending a message right now against Ryder.
Yeah, a night where there have been a lot of traps set across college basketball in the Big East, the SEC. And tonight, UCLA here in the Big Ten, taking care of business against Ryder here. Less than 12 minutes to go in this game, 61-36. And now Mick Cronin starting to go a little deeper into his bench. Saw Dominic Harris come into the game, three to shoot, up in the air. Got it up in time, and the shot was no good by Flash Burton. Second chance coming, though, for Young. It's missed as well.
And already, you can see the shot clock going down. When you're shooting a shot under 5 seconds under duress, it's so hard as an offensive player to get a rhythm. And defensively, it just seems like they're doing that all night long from UCLA Bruins.
Johnson shot fake to the lane. Johnson up under, no. Good take, just didn't drop. Burton on the other side, wheels it to the back.
Oh, good patience by Burton. Way to use the rim.
Three on the right side was missed by a guy that doesn't miss many. Second chance coming for Kobe Johnson. He gets it. Dominic Harris, third best three-point shooter in the country last year at LMU after spending 3 years at Gonzaga. Now comes to UCLA.
He's another transfer that has a great chance to put his imprint with this team. Can shoot the ball really well, extremely hard worker. He has a chance to really come into the rotation and really put some big shots.
Aladine Batayev absorbs the contact, gets it for 2 and 1 coming. Nice play by the big fella underneath.
Even better pass by Rodriguez to find a big fella. Way to keep it up. Good bucket.
Hard to miss him, 7'2", 230 pounds. The Moroccan native. Misses the free throw. Foul there is going to go against Ife West Ingram. A little hip check on Sebastian Mack. The Hornets talked about Mack. Reading defense is better. Learning when's the right time to pass. It's going to be the third foul on West Ingram. It's the maturation process rather, is on.
Yeah, and it's like that for every guard, right? I mean, especially, I see Kobe Johnson shoots the 3. Oh, came down, fall. Oh.
Yeah, Dominic Harris went down hard on that one. Looks like he's okay.
Glad he's okay.
Here's another look at it. You see how it is hard. Looked like the shoulder absorbed it, didn't hit his head. Thank goodness. You go up, that gets scary up there. And that's going to be the 4th now on West Ingram. Harris back on the ground. A little tripped up.
Pass.
Right side. The freshman for 3. No. Bilodeau diving for it. Goes into his bench. And that's going to be out of bounds, so it's going to be Rider basketball.
I like the fact that Mack is getting into the paint off the pick and roll, and he's seeing that weak side and creating that pass right there to Trent. But sometimes guards, when you get into the paint, they only see one thing, just the rim, right? But there's so many guys that's open on the weak side, and to make that easy pass to Trent, which I'm sure he'll knock down next time he gets that pass, but excellent pass by Sebastian Mack.
Just past midway point here in this second half for UCLA. Dominating Rider tonight. 63-40. We're in game 1 of the 2024-25 season. UCLA's first in the Big Ten Conference. Up top, Pataya, long 2, showing off a little bit of range for the 7'2", big fella.
Nowadays, you see big shooting just as well as guards, so it seems like everybody's shooting behind the arc or at least near the perimeter, no matter if you're a big or a guard.
Pataya's got a pretty nice mixtape, too. Meanwhile, that one gets thrown away by Johnson. 3-on-2 coming. Burton takes the hit and is going to get 2 free throws for it.
Again, Burton, way to use his body. We talked about that earlier, right? You know, you don't want to just go for a layup so they can meet you at the rim. You want to create a little bit of space using your body right there. He creates the angle by using his body. And like I said, it's going to be 2 things. It's either going to be a foul or a layup. And right there was a great, great move by Burton. Now he's at the free throw line shooting 2.
So that's the 4th on Daly, who is a real spark for the Bruin offense early on. Another missed free throw by Burton. Riders had a tough time with the strike. They're 3 of 10 from the foul line. UCLA 5 of 8. Free throw has been tough to come by. Flash Burton making his collegiate debut, the freshman from Philadelphia. Average close to 22 points a game in high school, missed both free throws in.
Another reason that's going to make Mick Cronin's team so versatile is when you put Kobe at the 4, you know, and he can spread the floor. Being at the 4 right there, I almost missed the pass right there. But when Kobe's at the 4, it just makes it tough when you have 4 guards on the perimeter and 1 big. You can see right there.
Lazar Stefanovic.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 4 shooters in the perimeter, and you have a big inside the paint and you're moving that ball from side to side, somebody's going to get an open shot. And as you can see right there, they was able to get a good shot by Stefanovic.
Game's got a little sloppy here late in this second half. Andrews trying to tighten it up. We're also seeing a pretty healthy diet of UCLA starters deep in this game. Clark lost it on the take, and that's going to be Rider basketball.
Right here, Dylan getting inside the paint with a kick-out three. I mean, all game long, it just seems like it's Dylan, Sky, could be Sebastian, Kobe Johnson. They're getting into the paint, not looking for their own shot, but looking for their teammates, and they're doing such a great job of playmaking for their teammates, and they're making their coach very happy by being patient.
It's Young up top. Rodriguez now trying to go high-low. Bataya trying to back down another big fella.
Footer on footer.
Got it knocked out of his hands, and no.
This is what we want to see, the Giants.
7-3, Adai Mara going up on 7-2. All the lean Budaya.
I would love to see them play one-on-one.
Might have to be a game to single digits. Ball. Good look.
Whoa!
Everything but made the shot. Sky Clark missed it, kept alive by Johnson. And there's a Blanc a little slow to get up. Andre Young. UCLA 66-42 over Rider, 7:24 to go. Number 22, UCLA up by 24 here, 7:24 to go in this ball game over Rider. And Mick Cronin talked with us about what it's going to be like for UCLA now in the Big Ten Conference.
I'm well aware how hard it's going to be, but it's hard everywhere. You know, I got the UCLA job, so my expectations are as high as could possibly be. I ran towards that, so it's okay that it's going to be tough. I think for the players, it's going to be fun. The players like playing in front of crowds. They do. It's harder to win. I get all that, and you know, but if you put yourself in the player's perspective. You know, there's energy in the building. You have all these, you know, huge schools with huge student bodies. So I think it'd be fun for the guys.
Three ball by Sky Clark coming out of the timeout, 69-42. But interesting comments right there from Mick Cronin. And, you know, Darren Collison, when you were playing, I mean, you go to the Final Four every year. You do it 3 times, but the expectation at UCLA is national championship. It feels like every year. What does that mean for you as a player when you do have lofty goals like that, like what these guys are going to have as well?
Yeah, you don't want to let the legacy down, the fan base down. And for Mick, I mean, for a record of 115 wins to 53 losses, when he first took the job, he's more than capable of going into any conference and being successful. So we're never worried about a Mick Cronin's team. I think he's going to be just fine, and he understands the expectation that comes with UCLA no matter what conference they're playing in. And like I said, if they can hang their hat defensively like they've always been on the Mick Cronin team, they're going to be just fine.
Bataev's free throw up and good. It was last season, he had the defense, he had the toughness, he didn't have the score. And you see all the stops that he's made throughout his career. Mick Cronin has been a winner everywhere. Just 2 losing seasons in his entire 21 years as a head coach. But one of them was last year. This year's team definitely feels different with the 6 transfers.
It does. And those transfers can score. Kobe Johnson is showing you right now. Bilodeau is showing that he can score too as well. I mean, Sky Clark is another player who can put the ball on the floor and score too as well. But when you have so many transfers coming in and producing right away, it's going to help your offense tremendously. And Mick Cronin, like I said, his defense has always been his staple, but offensively, when he has guys scoring, they're going to be just fine.
2018 National Coach of the Year in the Final Four. 2021, Bruins trying to get back there. You won't hear that kind of talk around this program, but you walk around campus, that is the expectation. UCLA basketball is expected to be good. And after a down season a year ago, they're trying to turn that around now.
And as a player, as a former player, you want those expectations as a player. You want to be able to play in the biggest platform possible as a player, because why not play at a school like UCLA with so many legends have played before you? It's a great feeling. You wouldn't want to be anywhere in the world than UCLA basketball.
Adai Mora trying to get around.
Oh, footer on footer.
I see your giant and raise you 2 right there as Adai Mora gets the bucket.
You know, Trent, we were playing them against 2-on-2. I don't think we'll fare well.
I feel all right with my partner. I don't know about my game, but I'll rebound for you. I'll do that.
Well, rebounding is the part that we'll lack.
That is true. Sky Clark, transition 3 is missed. Second chance is good. That one, Dylan Andrews, leading scorer from last season, gets that bucket.
You talk about this year offensively, it's not going to be just one guy. You know what I mean? It's going to be a committee. Some nights it's going to be Kobe. Some nights it's going to be Dylan. Some nights it's going to be Sky. If they can collectively come together offensively, UCLA has a lot of great things to come from them in this season coming up for them.
Aladin Batayev has now scored 8 straight points for Rider. I know it's 73-46, but they have to be pleased with their big man getting some offensive productivity. Sky Clark driving towards the bucket. Out to Andrews. Andrews, free throw line. Jumper is good.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, he's going to have a special season. That kid works. He's understanding how to get his own points. More importantly, how to get his teammates involved. He's able to do both right now in this game, as you can see. But Dylan Andrews is about to have a special season this year.
4th Bruin in double figures tonight. Andrews trying to add to that total and strokes the 3 from the left wing. Timeout called by Kevin Baggett at Rider. UCLA rolling now up 34, their biggest lead of the night.
Sky Clark, give it to the hot guy. Dylan Andrews for a 3. UCLA 78, Rider 46.
After a huge win at Happy Valley, the 3rd-ranked Buckeyes are back on Big Noon to face off against Purdue. Coverage begins at 10 a.m. Eastern with Big Noon kickoff live from Lubbock, where Texas Tech hosts Colorado, followed by Purdue and Ohio State at noon, only on Fox. Well, it's a fun time of the college football season. Fun time for college basketball as well. Opening night tonight. And they're enjoying it here in Westwood, 78-46. He's Darren Collison. My name is Trent Rush. 4:13 to go. Here in this ball game where Bruins started hot in the middle, and have been hot so far to close in less than 5 minutes to go in this ball game. That's Burton with it now.
You know, if you're Trent Perry, as you see Harris with the steal right there.
Taken away by Harris, who got tripped up. Ball goes out of bounds. Everybody's looking around for a call on this one. We'll sort it out when we come back. Right now, Bruins up 78-46, under 4. Bruins playing exactly how their coach wants them to play. 78-46 UCLA, 22nd ranked team in the country, 3:53 to go here in the season opener. And after a team that was under 500 a year ago, really struggled scoring the ball, no trouble on offense tonight, Dan.
A lot of it is Kobe Johnson and Tyler Bildo and even Dylan Andrews coming late into the second half. And look, defense, we know their calling card, right? But offensively, if they can get points from Bildo, Andrews, Johnson, Mack on a consistent night, UCLA is going to be very, very tough to beat. And if they keep sharing the ball the way they're sharing the ball, they're going to be very tough to beat for future games.
We just saw the top 4 scorers tonight.
Yep.
3 of them were not here a season ago. And it does make you kind of wonder, how does a team that finished under 500 last season have such lofty goals and high hopes for this season? It really does feel like Mick Cronin has turned this thing around very quickly, did it through the portal, but also playing those expectations. UCLA basketball, you expect that.
Right. I mean, you know, you kind of got to hit the ground running. That's a good pass right there and a good dunk.
McCabe with a flush.
Yeah, you kind of got to hit the ground running in the summer, right? You got new players that you're going to play on your team, and you got to implement your new style of play defensively. What is your core values defensively? And Mick has done that with these new players, and you can tell so far as Trent Perry shoots the three, but
he's getting a little chippy here at the end. His emotions hot. William Kyle III getting in there.
Nothing wrong with a little chippiness, huh?
It's opening night. Let's go.
Why not?
Let's take a peek at what happened there under the basket. Trying to see what sparked that. But yeah, hit in the face, and then Weeks was on top of him. Yeah.
Oh.
See why William Kyle might be a little upset about that. Another transfer led South Dakota State to the NCAA tournament last year. It's the team's leading rebounder and shot blocker, but Tyreek Weeks, the junior, he was on top of him. But then he got the freshman smile. Trent Perry said, hey, don't worry about it. My team's up 30. So the officials go to the monitor here to take another peek at this. Now Weeks over the top.
I don't think William Kyle wants anybody to take his rebounds anymore. Like, hey, he has a rebound, let him have it, okay? Because if he's going to act like that for every board, oh, boy, it's going to be a long night for you.
He's got 3. He's trying to figure out how he can get 7 more in the next 3:27 here in this game.
Get out his way. Gotta love it.
Our officials, Kevin Brill, Jason Phillips, and Ron Hart, taking a peek at the monitor right now. For UCLA, they're going to take on New Mexico in Vegas next. They don't play a true road game in non-conference. It'll be interesting to see how the Bruins get themselves ready for Big Ten play. Let's get another look at this replay. Weeks come over the top, hit him in the head, or the face area. That's what they got to be looking at. And then also the response from Kyle.
Yeah. I don't think he was going for the ball on that one.
So with under 3.5 minutes to go here in this game, the officials conferring, trying to make sure that they get it right here late in this ball game with UCLA up by 30.
Another thing that, you know, you have to be mindful is with the new Big Ten, you know, conference is how is the travel going to affect UCLA, right? You know, it's not so much playing in the conference, but it's the traveling while you're playing in the conference, and that can take its toll on some of the guys right there. And mentally, how are they going to respond?
Could have some longer trips too. In the Big Ten, they have 2 days between games.
The common foul stands.
Yeah.
So just a common foul right there, and if you heard the official right there, that's new in college basketball this year. Official's going to be able to tell us what's going on. Inbound goes over to Kyle. Now in the corner, Stefanovic, who's already hit 2 threes in this game, can't get a third. And now Ryder will take over, 3:18 to go.
Guys like William Kyle, Sebastian Mack, Trent Perry, Stefanovic, these are good minutes to play. You know, you want to show Mick that you want to be a rotational player, and you can't take these minutes for granted. You have to continue to play hard throughout the whole game, all the way to the end, no matter how many points you're up by.
Littleton's shot was short, second chance coming, third time's no good either. And it's going to be picked up by Dominic Harris. Now UCLA playing some backups, but not reserves. I mean, these are rotation guys right here. Let's see where Dominic Harris got hit.
Yeah, Trent, you said it best. You never want to take these minutes for granted. You know, young guards at home, young bigs at home, you get in the game towards the end of the game, you want to continue to show coach that you belong in the rotation. You don't want to sit there with an attitude, pound a little bit. You want to make a contribution right away as you get into the game.
Mack has it taken away there by Burton. Burton trying to lead the break, coast to coast, and responding was William Kyle, and then gets
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
And then a foul on the rebound with 2:31 to go. How about what's coming up for UCLA here, schedule-wise? We mentioned that game against New Mexico coming up. They're going to play 3 top 10 teams, Arizona and Phoenix, and North Carolina in New York. Gonzaga is going to be a game on Fox at the Intuit Dome. That's going to be a really big-time atmosphere there. And then we're off into Big Ten play.
Yeah, they have some tough matchups moving forward, but I think they're ready for it. I've seen enough. Defensively, they look really good, and I think they'll be up for the challenge. As Matt, again, using the body.
Defender goes flying. Mac says, no problem. Puts it up and in.
Coming off the pick and roll, patient, but watch him jump stop off 2 feet. Get into the body, create contact. Right here, guards, please. Look, he's getting into the body to create his shot. He's not going up. He's creating his own shot. Create the foul. Great move.
William Kyle wants every rebound. I mean, it's just watching him even in the lane right there as it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with UCLA.
Yeah, his activity around the rim has been tremendous all night, all game long. And if they can get that out from him off the bench, they're going to be in good hands.
Yeah, what a spark to be able to have just a great guy like that as Perry gets hit by Weeks.
And I feel like him and Bilodeau complement each other really well. Bilodeau offensively has done tremendous work offensively with his versatility. And then you got William Kyle, who's kind of almost like a junkyard dog over the board, just grabbing every board and being around the rim with his activity. That's going to be a real good tandem, bigs for them. And I'm excited to see them play this year.
Trent Perry gets the free throw in his debut. His first collegiate game out of West Covina, California, prepped at Harvard Westlake. Same high school Johnny Juzang went to. Gets both foul shots.
Trent Perry, this is great minutes for him as a freshman. I mean, to get minutes the way he's getting minutes as a freshman is not always easy, right? The Mick Cronin team, and just know it's because of the system that he's come from, right? And Mick trusts him, right? He trusts Trent Perry to make the right decision as a guard. And like I said, I'm very excited for Trent Perry's future. I think he's going to do a lot of tremendous things for Bruin Nation for years to come.
And it's never been tougher in high major programs for a freshman to break through.
Yep.
Just because of the portal, because of the veteran players that every coach can go out and get through the portal. To be a freshman can be a contributor, you have to be a special player, especially in a place like this.
That's exactly right. You have to earn your coach's trust as a freshman. When you're coming in as a freshman, everybody's just as good as you, right? And so with that mentality in mind, you have to make sure that you do everything you can to earn that trust. And Trent has done that from the start of this summer all the way into training camp, and he's doing just that right now.
William Kyle III goes way up for the rejection. Wow. Now he gets the rock underneath. And he got fouled. How about this athleticism here from William Kyle? My goodness.
Good block.
Just met him way up top. It's the 9th block of the game for UCLA, and that's the 5th foul on Ife West Ingram, so he's fouled out. William Kyle III, 55 blocks a season ago. Outstanding player in the Summit League. Defensive Player of the Year at South Dakota State.
Yeah, and look, Mick has found players who contributed, like, you know, a lot on their previous teams, right? You talk about William Kyle. Well, he led his team in rebounds and blocks. So he's not just coming to a team to just play and just be a part of the team. No, he's come to a team to be a big part of the team because of what he did last season for his own team. And already you can see his athleticism, you know, leaving a mark on the game.
Yeah, and you can tell the way Mick Cronin has gone about the summer, it wasn't necessarily about getting the highest ranked transfer player you can get. It's about finding the right pieces, as Cole McCabe lays it in.
Yeah, they did an outstanding job of picking the right players to be successful. It's not easy with the transfer portal that's going on right now. It's very hard to have stability, but Mick has done a great job of picking the right players.
Final minute. Good underneath. No. Rebound goes to William Kyle. Who else? He gets every ball.
Good patience by Trent Perry as a freshman. Maturity already.
Perry's going to stop and pop. Knocks down his first collegiate three. The freshman, Trent Perry.
Bruin Nation, you will be seeing that a lot of time, a lot more for years to come. I mean, this kid can play.
Shot clock is off, 85-50. UCLA has dominated Rider all night. 3-ball by Young is missed. Rebound taken by Dominic Harris. And an opening night cruise victory for the Bruins, who take care of business on night one, a 35-point win over Rider. So much balance tonight from UCLA. Bilodeau led the way 18. 9 different Bruins scored, 4 in double figures. What do you think of the first impression for UCLA this year?
If you're a Bruin fan, you have to be excited. I mean, see so many players in double figures. At least it lets me know that the ball is being moved. Everybody's having fun playing with one another. And I think they have a lot of good things to come forward for this upcoming season.
A lot to be excited about for UCLA basketball. Once again, the final score tonight, UCLA 85, Rider 50. For my partner, Darren Carlson, and our entire FS1 crew, my name is Trent Rush, wishing you a good night from Los Angeles, where the Bruins get to 1-0 on the season.